Meeting to order. If you would, please rise. I'm going to call on Commissioner Marshall for the invocation and the pledge.
Dear Lord, I'd like to thank you for this day that you have blessed us with, one that we've never seen. I pray that you continue to shine on our families, our commission, our community. And dear Lord, I just want to say thank you for blessing us to have our colleague amongst us again, Mrs. Evans. Just to see her here puts me beyond the Christmas spirit. And dear Lord, I pray that everyone within the sound of my voice have a blessed and Merry Christmas. And as we go into this new year, realizing that and remembering that Jesus is the reason for the season. And we just thank you for blessing us, for being able to act in the best interest of our county. We pray for our staff. We pray for their kids and their families as they continue to carry out the discharge of their duties. We pray that you continue to bless our county as we go into this new year, one that we've never seen and can foresee, but we know that your will be done, and we ask that you bless us as we continue to try and strive to do your will. All these blessings I ask in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Marshall. All right, we have a list of items here with some presentations. Our first is Agenda Item 4A. This is the GFOA Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. Ms. Black.
Yes, sir. Thank you. The Government Finance Officers Association of the United States and Canada has awarded Lowndes County with the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award for the fiscal year 2026 budget. This represents a commitment to meeting the highest recognized guidelines for a budget presentation and determines how well your budget serves as a policy document, a financial plan, an operations guide, and a communications device. There's 3 independent reviewers who review these, and it has to be rated at least proficient or higher in all 4 of those categories and in 14 mandatory criteria in order to receive the award. There are about 1,700 participants throughout the United States and Canada who participate in this program, and this is the 20th consecutive year that we've received this award.
20 years consecutively. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I mean, that takes a lot of hard work to be that consistent over 20 years to put together the presentation that not only the commissioners but the citizens have the opportunity to look at as well. It's clear, it's easy to understand. So again, Stephanie, congratulations. Congratulate all your folks with them as well.
Thank you, Steph.
All right, we'll move on now to Agenda Item 4B. And gentlemen, this was taken care of at the work session, but this is the Georgia Firefighters Burn Foundation check presentation. That presentation was made, as you are aware of, at yesterday morning at the work session. We're very, very proud of the hard work that the fire department put in, putting on the golf tournament to be able to raise $3,350. There you go. So that was quite a challenge, but did a great job with getting that done. And so, Chief, congratulations on your folks again as well also. So thank you very much. Agenda Item 4C is we have a presentation for a Historic Preservation Award, and that presentation will be by the Daughters of the American Revolution. Ladies, anyone here would like to come up and speak?
Thank you very much, sir.
Come on, ladies, all of you. Be proud. Come on.
First, let us congratulate you on completing your bicentennial year this year. We're really excited about that. And next year, as you know, is America's 250th anniversary, and we're going to be celebrating that and look forward to doing some things with you. Tonight, we're here, though, to present you with an award for historic preservation. We have 3 main objectives in the DAR. The first is patriotism, the second is education, and the third is historic preservation. And therefore, it's an honor to give to you an award for the work that was done on our historic courthouse. We took a tour of that courthouse last month, And it's amazing the detail that was kept in there. They paid so much attention to the woodwork, the furnishings, everything is just beautiful, and we're so proud to have that in our county. So thank you very much. This is the award.
Oh, no.
It says, the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution Historic Preservation Committee Certificate of Award presented to the Lowndes County Board of Commissioners for excellence in historic preservation. And it's dated today, and it's signed by our national president as well as your local regent. So, thank you. Could we get a picture?
No, ma'am, thank you all. Thank you very much. Let's go down and see if we can get a photograph.
Thank you.
Ready?
It's locked and in place.
Okay. Merry Christmas, people are in the back. We're here in Valdosta.
Okay. And there are chapters throughout the state?
There are 111 chapters in Georgia
Oh, wow.
and 2 here in Valdosta.
Let me get on nobody's toe. All right, there we go. Everybody okay?
Hello, how are you?
Everybody be seen?
Yep. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it. You know, this is one award, and this award is very, very appreciative. But we know at the end of the day, the reason why and the possibility of this courthouse being preserved was the citizens of this community that supported the Splash campaign for the funding to be able to pay for it, because it wasn't cheap.
No.
But the committee and the folks and our architect and all the folks that worked on that project, they did a fantastic job of trying to get the courthouse back to as close as we could get it to what it was original construction, but at the same time to be able to bring modern technology and those sort of things into the building. So we have gotten nothing but compliments over that, and it is beautiful. So proud of that building. It'll be there now for another 100+ years. So we're very, very proud of it. So thank y'all for this. This will go in a very prominent place at the courthouse, so we appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Y'all have a great evening.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Mark, we want to get a picture with Ashley right quick. Let's do that too, if you don't mind. Ladies, that's all.
That's all
I'm
for
sorry.
us.
This is another thing. We're trying to get them all covered while we're down here.
I don't blame you.
There we go. Take care of all and make it look good.
She don't have much work.
Oh, yeah, she got a lot of work. Right here, can you get in? This award right here that Ashley, I said a little bit about it yesterday morning, but this is the highest award that an emergency management director can get in the nation. So we are extremely proud of the great work that Ashley did. I made the comment, I could not imagine what this community would have looked like and where we had been or would have been if it hadn't have been for Ashley and his ability and his resources to be able to get us through the hurricanes, two hurricanes and one major tropical storm. So again, the award, Ashley, is very well deserved, but even better than that, we're just proud that you're our EMA director. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I want to share a little bit more about how I actually.
If I could see it, I'd be glad to, but I'll do that. All right, those were my words, and here's the official words on it. The Award and Recognition Committee of the U.S. Council of the International Association of Emergency Managers recently selected Ashley Ty, AEM, as the 2025 recipient of the prestigious Clayton R. Christopher Memorial Award. Ashley was recognized and presented with the award during the President's Banquet and Awards Program at the 73rd IAEM Annual Conference in Louisville, Kentucky. The Clayton R. Christopher Memorial Award recognizes the career achievements of an emergency management director at the local level of government for outstanding contributions and commitment to a local emergency management program. A peer nominated Ashley for this award, and his nomination packet included letters of recommendation and support from a number of the local partners with whom he works, further highlighting his commitment to his community. Beyond his operational excellence, Ashley was selected for this award for his humility, mentorship, and genuine care for people. He has elevated preparedness across his region and inspired countless others through his leadership and service. Again, Ashley, congratulations. Proud of you.
If I may, I just wanted to say that I am honored to receive this award, but I would be remiss if I didn't say emergency management is a team sport. So while this award has my name on it, it's the culmination of all of those partners, y'all allowing me to serve, and so many being willing to work and serve alongside me. You know, none of us got through this on our own. So, and many of those partners are in the room. Matter of fact, it was when I saw Daphne get up, she was one of the very first partners I met when she was at the hospital. So I appreciate everybody that had a role in this along the way, and thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well, again, as the statement said, your humility shows, plain and simple, just from what you are able to accomplish and pull a team together. That team was just not Lowndes County team. This was a team of stakeholders throughout the entire county. So, Ashley, again, you're to be commended for all that hard work that you've done, and so we appreciate it. So, thank you very much. All right. Now we're going to get right on into the business as soon as everybody gets back to their seat. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. I want to take just a minute again also just to say how appreciative I am that we're able to have Commissioner Evans back with us. I know I sat over here, was sitting next to Paige, so it wasn't completely lonely, but because there was a big gap between me and the commissioners right here because Miss Evans had not been able, I felt like I was over here on an island all by myself. But we're so proud of the hard work that she has put in since her health issue happened, but she has worked extremely hard, and she's worked hard for the citizens of this community. Folks out here in the community that have asked about Miss Evans and how she's doing, I said, let me tell you, she's working for you every single day. Paige would stay in touch with her. Commissioners all would reach out. I would reach out, and she was right on top of things. She knew what she wanted to happen, and then she'd tell you if she didn't want it to happen. So it was just like we really had not missed her, but it is so good and feels so wonderful here at this time of the year to have our wonderful colleague, Miss Evans, back with us. So bless you, and we hope you continue down your path of recovery, and then we'll have you at our meetings, and oh, what a happy day it'll be. Keep you with us.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
All righty, Commissioners, inside your packet, you'll find your minutes of the work session and the regular session from November the 12th. If there's no additions, deletions, or corrections to the minutes, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Can I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Ms. Lovern, the minutes are approved. Our first item of 6A is in our appointments, and the first one is the Greater Lowndes Planning Commission. Ms. Dukes?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Commissioners. The term of Mr. Tommy Willis on the Greater Lowndes Planning Commission expired October the 25th of 2025. Mr. Willis has expressed an interest in being reappointed to the board. Mr. John McCall has also expressed an interest to serve.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions? All right. Hearing none, we'll open up the floor for nominations.
I nominate John McCall.
All right. Quick enough. We have Mr. John Mack McCall has been nominated. Are there any other nominations?
Reappoint Mr. Willis.
You have, so you're nominating Mr. Willis?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have Mr. Willis and Mr. John Mack McCall. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll close the nominations, and I will ask for a call to vote for Mr. McCall first. All in favor signify by raising your hand. 2, 3. All right. Mr. McCall is appointed as the new member to the Greater Lowndes Planning Commission. All right, we'll move on now to agenda item 6B, and this is the Lowndes County Board of Assessors. Ms. Dukes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The term of Felicia Williams will expire on December the 31st of 2025. Ms. Williams currently serves as chair of the assessors and has expressed a desire to continue to serve on the board. Ms. Gretchen Quarterman has also expressed an interest to serve.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Dukes? All right, hearing none, we'll open the floor up for nominations. Do I have some nominations for the Lowndes County Board of Assessors?
I'd like to nominate Felicia Williams.
Woo! Listen to this, folks. This is great. Ms. Evans has nominated Ms. Felicia Williams. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll close the nominations, and Ms. Felicia Williams will be appointed by acclamation. Congratulations again, Ms. Williams. Thank you for your hard work on this prestigious board that you've been working hard for several years now, so thank you. All right, agenda item 6C is the Lowndes County Library Board. Ms. Dukes?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Catherine Ammons resigned from the Lowndes County Library Board, leaving an unexpired term that will expire June the 30th of 2026. Dr. Kendall Crawford, Mr. Dean Poling, and Mr. Gary Weisenbaker have all expressed interest in being reappointed to fill the unexpired term.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Dukes? Thank you, Ms. Dukes. All right, I will open up the floor for nominations.
Mr. Chairman, I need to be recused from this agenda item, please.
Okay, understand. So we will recuse him. Are there any other nominations or any nominations?
Because of that, I'd like to nominate Mr. Weisenbaker.
Okay, Ms. Evans is nominating Mr. Gary Weisenbaker.
No.
Are there any other nominations? All right, hearing none, then Mr. Gary Weisenbaker will be appointed to the Lowndes County Library Board by acclamation. Thank you, Commissioners. All right, we'll move on to agenda item 6D, and this is for the Valdosta Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority. Ms. Dukes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The term of Mr. Jonathan Viggy will expire December the 31st of 2025. Traditionally, this seat has been held by the General Manager of Wild Adventures. Mr. Viggy is no longer with the Hershon Group and Wild Adventures. Mr. Donald Spiller III, who is the current Vice President and General Manager of Wild Adventures Theme Park, has expressed an interest in being appointed to the board.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Dukes? All right, hearing none, I'll open the floor up for nominations.
I nominate Donald Spiller to replace John Viggy.
Okay, we have a nomination of Mr. Donald Spiller. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we'll close the nominations, and Mr. Donald Spiller will be appointed by acclamation to the Valdosta Lowndes County Conference Center and Tourism Authority. Thank you, Ms. Dukes. Agenda item 7A is our first of 3 public hearing items. Our first is the basic decorative street lighting districts for Grove Point, Phase 5, Section 3, the Landings Phase 4, and Valdell Estates Phases 4 and 5. Mr. Dillard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Neighbors of these neighborhoods highlighted here have petitioned Lowndes County to add 52 lots of Phase 5, Section 3 of Grove Point subdivision, 52 lots of Phase 4 of the Landing subdivision, and 49 lots of Phase 4 and 5 of the Valdell Estates subdivision into the county's basic decorative street lighting district under our current street lighting ordinance. Staff has advertised for these amendments to this and recommends approval of the 153 lots be added into our basic street lighting through the approval of the attached amendment in your packets.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Dillard? All right, Commissioners, we will now move into the public hearing portion of this meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this request? Anyone that would like to speak in favor? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting. Commissioners, I'll turn it over to you for your consideration.
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the amendment to the street lighting ordinance and accept the lots as described.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second? We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. We'll now move to agenda item 7B, and this is REZ 2025-16, Copeland Road subdivision located at 2480 Copeland Road. This involves 18 acres. It will be served by county utilities. It is currently R10 with conditions, and the request is for R10. Mr. Dillard.
Thank you, sir. As stated, this is a current R10 property that does have 7 conditions on it from the 2018 case. You'll see them there in your packets. The request came in for straight R10. Staff analyzed the request based on the urban service area, noting that the property is also in the airport overlay. It's also within a Grastic groundwater recharge area, but a suburban character area which does recommend R10 zoning. The main property sits upon Copeland Road with side access potentially to Lester Road. The TRC did analyze the request and recommended the following 5 conditions, some of which are familiar. Number 1, all new lots shall front interior roads. All lots adjacent to the western border and southern border of the subject property shall meet or exceed a minimum lot width of 100 feet. There shall be no manufactured homes or mobile homes, no 2-family or duplex residences, and the minimum lot size of 1/3 acres along the southern border instead of the 1/4 acre. This is an example of the original site plan meeting those conditions, and this is a visual overlay of the property. This is the applicant's site plan that was attached with the application. Again, this site plan more or less meets all the proposed staff conditions. And again, here it is with a general overlay. And I'm going to zoom out here just a little bit to give you a little more of the area. You'll note Lowndes County School there to the northwest. There's also been discussion of expansion of some schools here. Copeland Road is also on a TIA project. So with all those factors and the standards for exercise of zoning powers, staff recommended approval with those 5 conditions, as did the Planning Commission unanimously at their regular meeting. It is within your purview to add any additional conditions if you feel the need to do so. But with that being said, you do have a recommendation 9-0 for approval with the 5 recommended conditions.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dillard. Any questions from Mr. Dillard? All right, hearing none, we'll move into the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, sir. Matthew Inman, Axis Engineering, 2759 Cotton Bay Crossing. I'm the engineer for the project. JD did a great job of outlining everything. Don't really have anything to say other than just we're excited to do another project in Lowndes County, and just here to answer any questions you guys may have.
Okay. Any questions?
Have you considered one entrance and exit off this property and that one ingress and egress onto Lester Road?
We've not done it from Lester Road. We've looked at it off of Copeland. We feel it's better to come off Copeland Road side, just the layout of development. We liked it better off of Copeland, just because that's the bigger road. We didn't want to put any more traffic on Lester Road because that's kind of a smaller roadway network. But we did look at it with one entrance and kind of like the two entrances better. Thought it served the subdivision better. Just became a long route to get in and out of the subdivision for those in the backside was kind of our only viewpoint with that.
According to our ULDC, one entrance and exit is appropriate for this number of houses or lots.
It's allowed, yeah.
And entering and exiting on Copeland Road is a little tricky, I think, because of the school in front of this piece of property.
Yes, sir.
And one of our main obligations in this county is public safety and, of course, financial responsibilities.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to see one entrance and exit onto Lester Road, which is a paved road. It's got water and sewer running through it, and so.
Yes, sir.
That was the holdup the first go around. It was a dirt road.
Okay. Yeah, and as far as the safety, I know under our new code, we allow 80 lots on one access point, like, that's newly under code. It used to be 25. To me, I don't love that. I think where we can, we need to provide 2 points of ingress and egress. If there were an accident or something in there, and there were to be an accident or something happened in the backside, and we try to get emergency services vehicles back to them, I don't really like that. I know, I do what you're saying off of Copeland, and it's well understood, well received, but I don't like the one access to the subdivision. Just if we did have an accident or something happen on that road, or for whatever reason they had to do maintenance and somebody did have an emergency in the back and we couldn't get an ambulance or a fire truck back to that back residence, it's just kind of a concern for that. I know we allow it, but I think we got to be careful doing that. I don't like doing that.
2 entrances onto Lester Road would be okay with you? I'm just
Yeah.
wanting to keep that as much traffic as
Yeah.
possible away from that school.
Yes,
for
sir.
These little kids.
Yes, sir. And I know the neighbors behind us, on Lester Road, we've had a discussion with them. I know some of the neighbors back there would rather it be off of Copeland. I know they don't, that's kind of the concern. They would rather it come off Copeland. They feel they have a quiet road. It's kind of, it's more of a quieter neighborhood behind us. Mr. Guest and some of his neighbors back there, I know they would certainly prefer a Copeland. So, we're up for discussions either way, but that's kind of was the reasoning to keep it on Copeland.
Okay.
So is it fair to say there was negotiations, somewhat, if you want to label them negotiations, some effort to resolve this before it came down?
That would be, I would like the second one you said, that Scotty, we were trying to honor the wishes of the neighbors behind us. We're doing the 30-acre lots on that bottom side to be, the larger lots on that southern side. Trying to buffer from Mr. Guest. I know you had some concerns last time. Just trying to be as nice to the neighbors around us. That's really, we're doing 100-foot lots on the west edge, and then the ones on the south are 100-foot wide and they're larger. So it was to be as nice as possible to the neighbors. And I don't think they would love the Lester Road access point. So that was why we had off Coleman. It was just to try to be as good a neighbor as possible. Yes, Scotty. We did try to listen to the last concerns from the last meeting.
So would there be any interest? And I'm making an assumption, but assume that there's no exit onto Lester Road. Would you object to a condition of the developer providing fencing and some type of buffer to Lester Road?
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking, and let me tell you my logic behind that is versus selling lots to individual builders, or even, a couple of different builders, and then different fencing. I'm thinking long-term. I know that some other developers in our community have taken the responsibility of shielding that, buffering that. It's consistent. It all fades at the same time. It pans at the same time. Versus having a bunch of segmented rear yards.
Yeah, it's hard to. I know what you're saying. That you don't want them to look. You don't want to look different, right?
Keep in mind, there's 6 lots in addition to what the original plan was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm well aware. I think these will all be built at one time, Scotty. I think if we want a condition that we build those all at the same time, so the houses are put in the same time, I think there's ways to do that. We could make that a condition, that the developer start on one side or build them all in the same order, on that side, because they're going to put fences up. When you build these R10 type houses, almost all of them are going to have fence in the backyard, privacy fence in the backyard. I do get your point as far as for doing that. I think we could phase it so they're built. I mean, it's one builder's going to be building the whole thing, So, if we want to conditionally build those lots at the same time, not kind of hopscotch around like you're saying.
I just want to make sure you're in a unique position, because if I understand, you're representing the developer who is also the builder.
Yes, sir.
But I think here tonight, you should be representing the developer. And
Well,
saying,
he does get to wear both hats there. Yes, sir.
Let's put that responsibility on the developer, if that's the way it goes, is the way I want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the question is, what Mr. Orenstein is looking for is some consistency on that buffer, on that fencing, rather than leaving it up to individual property owners and for then it to kind of look like a patchwork quilt going down Lester Road. If we're going to do that, have it some consistency and have them go ahead and have the responsibility of putting that fence on that
Putting them
side
all
road
up.
in there.
If that's the condition.
Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yes, sir, but I mean, that's assuming that, I know Commissioner Weisenbaker is talking about the entrance on Lester.
That's
But I
true.
mean, either way, I think this would still apply.
Okay. All right,
I'm talking about safety,
okay, well, let's not,
not having all the traffic go to Copeland Road, where you got a school and possibly a new school gonna be built across the street from this particular.
Mr. Weisenbacher, I appreciate it, but let's get through the public hearing portion, and then commissioners will have their opportunity to speak after that. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other questions for Mr. Inman? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we got about almost 3 minutes. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of this request? Anyone else that would like to speak in favor? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting. Now, commissioners, I'll turn it over to you for your consideration.
I got a question, Chad or JD, if this is Copeland Road's gonna be widened in the future, is that correct?
That is correct.
So will it be designed to handle more traffic with the new improvements?
It'll be designed for traffic improvements through that area. Yes, sir.
All right, commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve with the conditions, with a sixth condition, as presented, adding the sixth condition that the developer be responsible for the fencing against Lester Road, prior to selling the lots to the builder.
Okay, so you're putting it, the motion to approve the request with the 6 conditions that was presented, and the responsibility of the buffer fence on Lester Road would be on the developer.
Correct.
Okay. Did everybody understand the motion? Do I have a second? Okay,
I second it.
so we have a second. All right, any discussion? Hearing none, we will call the vote. All in favor of the motion as presented, please raise your hand. 3-2, the motion carries. Thank you. All right, we'll now move on now to agenda 7C, and this is REZ 2025-17. This is Shiloh Road. This is 8.2 acres. The location is 6641 Shiloh Road. It's currently EA. The request is for RA, and it will have well and septic. Mr. Dillard.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As stated, the applicant is requesting residential agricultural zoning in this particular area. It is within the rural service area and agricultural character area, which does recommend RA zoning. And again, it's in order to divide the property. You'll note here in the aerial that there's some partial wetlands in the southwest corner, as long as an existing residence and accessories building / barn. This is a proposed subdivision of the property. You'll note the 2.5 acres there. Staff analyzed this and, along with the Planning Commission, recommends approval of RA zoning only for Tract 1 as depicted here on the survey here. And that recommendation comes from the Planning Commission unanimously 7-0. So again, recommendation for approval of RA zoning for Tract 1 only as depicted on the survey provided in the application.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Dillard? All right, hearing none, we'll open up the public hearing portion of the meeting. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this request? Anyone that would like to speak in opposition? Hearing none, is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this request? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, please.
Seth Carlo, 512 Barfield Street, Hayhire, Georgia. I was just here. I'm the one trying to do it, so if y'all got any questions, I'm here to answer them. But other than that, thank y'all for your time.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Carlo? All right, thank you,
Thank
Mr.
y'all.
Carlo. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of this request? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing portion of the meeting, and Commissioners, I'll turn it back over to you for your consideration.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by raising your hand. Right. Any opposed? I believe that was unanimous, so thank y'all very much.
Mark,
Oh, I'm sorry, you're opposed. All right, it's 4-1. Motion carries. All right, we'll move on now to agenda item 8A, and this is the FY 2027 5311 Rural Transit Authorizing Resolution. Mr. Dillard.
Yes, sir. My final item tonight regards public transportation across the 18-county region you see here. This is an authorizing resolution on behalf of the Southern Georgia Regional Commission to continue operation of the public transit service in the Lowndes County area. Attached is a copy of the resolution authorizing the chairman to sign all necessary forms for Lowndes County to continue participating in the program.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Dillard? All right, hearing none, Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
I move we adopt the resolution. Hey, yield.
go ahead.
Adopt the resolution and authorize you as the chairman to sign the documents for the SGRC to operate the 5311 Regional Rural Transportation Program.
Okay, we have a motion, and we have a second by Ms. Evans.
Thank you.
Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Any opposed, like sign? Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8B is the abandonment of Grice Road. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. Grass Road, the county received a request to abandon Grass Road. Grass Road is located off of Newsom Road, 792 feet long, and runs south of Newsom Road and Dead. Comments were sent to all departments and stakeholder departments. The request we received were to look at public safety, being able to get to those parcels in the back part of the road. So staff talked with Mr. Grice, who sent in the request that if he puts up a fence, he has to install a gate that is, allows access to public safety, be it siren activation or a Knox box. There's also a 3-acre parcel that is owned by Mr. Grice's sister, Joy Massford, at the back of the road, that will be landlocked if we do abandon this road. We have talked with the family about this process, and they were okay with moving forward. Georgia statute requires an initial determination, either A, that the section of the county road system has for any reason ceased to be used by the public to the extent that no substantial public purpose is served by it, or B, that its removal from the county road system is otherwise in the best public interest, or both. If the board makes either or both of these determinations, the statute provides for notice to adjoining property owners, notice to the public by newspaper publication, and a public hearing.
Okay. Any questions from Mr. McLeod? Commissioners, there's a little bit of a concern that's come up on this particular agenda item that I think we can move forward. You're just kind of making a determination at this point. We're not actually taking action on this agenda or on the closing of the road. But the question is, with the concern of the property of Mr. Grice's sister, Miss Joy Bassford, is that potentially would that piece of property at the back of that, at the end of that road be considered, could it be construed that we're landlocking that piece of property? I think that is something that maybe we need to look a little deeper into. before we actually make that actually take the action. I do know it's family land, I know they own it, but, things can change as time moves on, and so I just want to be sure and keep in mind, I feel pretty good about it because we're actually abandoning this road, but this road now will become a private road. So the road and access will still be there, it's just going to be a private road, and you will no longer put assets of any kind, people or machinery, on that road to maintain it. It means that the family and whoever owns property there would eventually have to maintain that road themselves. So we just need a little question there that I have a concern about.
I move we table it to give us some more time to check legal and bring it up first or second meeting into January.
Ms. Evans, God, you know who I got on my mind. Ms. Dukes, is that something that you could move forward with and kind of get us an answer then maybe for the January meeting?
Yes, sir. If you all will just openly table it, then I'll work with the county attorney and his schedule to
Okay.
research this matter, and then we'll bring it back to you just
I
as
think
quickly
that
as we
that's probably
possibly
the best
can.
thing to do, and then we'll be squared away with it. I mean, they've waited for years to close it, so it's not gonna hurt them to wait another month.
But this will basically become a driveway for 3 different properties, correct?
Correct. I mean, it'll be a private drive is what it's going to be, and it'll be up for them to maintain it. The only concern is
They
that
still need
I
an
don't want,
easement or something
I have a
like that.
concern about is moving forward and getting into a situation that later on, they may want us to take the road back over to do the
Well,
maintenance.
To your point, though, aren't there situations now, don't we have at least one that I can think of where a single driveway serves 2 different properties? And if there's an issue with that driveway and, then it becomes a battle of who's gonna fix it between them, and then we have some responsibility in the case of an emergency.
Well, I think that's where the challenge is from my standpoint, is that if it's a private road and the road gets in disrepair and we can't get down that road for emergency situations, even though I think that this piece of property for Ms. Bassford is just, it's a vacant piece of property. There is no residence on it. So consequently, right now, has not been built on and probably won't be as the family maintains it. But when we're here, when we're gone, then we don't know what's gonna happen. So I do think that it would justify us just to do it a little deeper dive into the research on it, and let's kind of see where we're at with it.
Do all the parcel owners own the road?
I'm sorry,
Do all the parcel owners own the road?
They
Okay.
would.
Well, if the one in the back happened to sell, then that person would own part of the road too.
they would all probably have access to it, and they would have to deed an easement to each other if they do use that as a driveway, but that'll be another question for them to deal with. I'm just concerned about action that we take right now, that we might landlock this thing, and I think it would justify us doing just a little bit more research. I have no problem personally tabling it, so I'm gonna ask, can I get a motion to table until the first meeting in January?
Motion to table until the first meeting in January.
We have a motion from Ms. Evans to table till the first meeting in January. Do I have a second? I have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor of tabling, please raise your hand. Okay, it's unanimous. We have tabled this request until the first meeting in January. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
It's like a game playing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Where am I at? Okay. Agenda item 8C is the Twin Lakes Road paving and drainage improvements. This is regards to the Georgia Power relocation of their utilities and that agreement. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir, thank you. Twin Lakes Road paving and drainage improvements is a TIA 1 project. Twin Lakes Road design and documents are in the final stages of being 100% complete. As part of this project, Georgia Power will have to relocate 17 power poles and those lines. Georgia Power has proved prior rights and provided Lowndes County with a relocation agreement with a not-to-exceed amount of $721,989. This is a planned cost and will be covered by T-Splost.
Any questions from Mr. McLeod? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the agreement. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second, and I'll call that one to Mr. Weisenbaker. Are there any discussions? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8D is the Twin Lakes Road right-of-way purchases for parcels 19 and 20. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. Staff has negotiated the purchase of right-of-way for parcels 19 and 20 for the Twin Lakes Road T-Splosh project. The attached detailed schedule identifies the property, the grantor, and the purchase price for each parcel. Lowndes County is purchasing 0.080 acres from Brenda Johnson, parcel 19, for $1,714, and 0.069 acres from Katrina Moore, parcel 20, for $3,000.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. McLeod?
Chad, I just want to say I thank you for your efforts on this and legal for all the work that's been done to get this road moving forward.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Ms. Evans. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8E is the Twin Lakes Road right-of-way purchases for parcels 2, 6, and 10. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. Staff has negotiated purchase of the right-of-way for parcels 2, 6, and 10 for the Twin Lakes Road T-Splosh project. The attached purchase agreement identifies the property, the grantor, and the purchase price, and other consideration regarding gates, fencing, trees, access to water, and CUVA application fees for all three parcels. Lowndes County is purchasing 1.612 acres from L. Warren Turner Jr. The purchase price is $6,008.
Any questions for Mr. McLeod? Hearing none, we'll call a vote. I'll make a motion.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All right, any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Mr. McLeod. Agenda item 8F is the Transportation Investment Act for the local delivery application for Hickory Grove Road shoulder widening and Skipper Bridge Road shoulder widening. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. Hickory Grove Road shoulder widening and Shiloh Road shoulder widening are on the TIA 2 list to bid in July of 2026. The local delivery application starts the process by allowing Lowndes County to manage the project at the local government level. If approved, GDOT will send a cover letter and an application agreement to be approved by the board. The project will include 2-foot widening on each side of the road, resurfacing, new signage, audible edge rumble strips, and drainage structure improvements if required. Hickory Grove Road project will begin at US Highway 41 and end at the Eccles-Lowndes County line. The Skipper Bridge Road project will begin near Bemis and end at Highway 122.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. McLeod? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8G is the Transportation Investment Act for local delivery application for Valdale Road widening. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. This is the same type of application, but this is for Valdale Road widening, which is on the TIA 2 list to bid in January of 2030. Staff has already started preliminary programming and traffic studies to help determine the final typical section. The project will begin at North Valdosta Road and end at McMillan Road, with the widening and the remaining portion going north being resurfaced.
Any questions for Mr. McLeod? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to accept this.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8H is the design build contract for the Lowndes County Animal Shelter. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. The Lowndes County Animal Shelter project was on the SPLOST 8 referendum that was voted on by the public and approved. Lowndes County solicited for design build contractors with proposals due on September 12th, 2025. We had 7 design build firms turn in a proposal. The scoring committee reviewed those proposals and scored each proposer on the specific information requested. The design firm build of Kellerman Construction Incorporated led all firms in scoring from the scoring committee. As of right now, the breakdown for the contract is $450,000 for site work, $4,050,000 for construction, $200,000 for contingency, and $300,000 for architectural engineering. If approved, the design process will begin immediately, and the design builder will submit a final proposal for construction to Lowndes County for approval in April of 2026. And to reiterate yesterday morning, this is a design build, not a typical design bid build, in the fact that we're hiring the contractor now, the contractor hires the architect, then they start the design process. They will come back to the county with the final construction proposal.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. McLeod? All right, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Chairman, I move we approve Kellerman Construction as the design build contractor and authorize you to sign the contract.
Do I have a motion to approve Kellerman Construction as the design build contractor for the Lowndes County Animal Shelter? Do I have a second? Do I have a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Commissioners, thank y'all so much. Agenda 8I is the quick claim deed for Navigable Waters LLC at 4939 Bemis Road. Mr. McLeod.
Yes, sir. Parcel 0145B, 8185B, owned by Navigable Waters LLC on Bemis Road, shows a drainage easement on plats dating back to 1968. Lowndes County does not have any record of any rights to this drainage easement. The owner has requested a quitclaim deed from Lowndes County stating that Lowndes County has not had or claimed and does not have or claim any interest in said described property, including any interest in the 25-foot drainage easement.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. McLeod? Hearing none, can I entertain a motion?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8J is the adoption of the 2027 budget calendar. Ms. Black?
Yes, sir, thank you. This is a housekeeping item. This is your proposed budget calendar for fiscal year 2027. This presents the guidelines and milestones for preparation of the budget, and throughout that process before it is approved on before June 30th of 2026.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Black. Any questions for Ms. Black? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the adoption of the 2027 budget calendar. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8K is the 2026 Public Defender's Contract. Commissioners, you heard at the work session from Mr. Kruger the information in regard to this contract. This contract has been in existence for quite some while, and there have been no changes
That's
to the
correct.
contract.
Yes, sir.
So, any questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve, authorize chairman to sign contracts.
Can we have a motion to approve and authorize the chairman to sign the contract? Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda 8L is the 2026 ACCG Workers' Compensation Insurance Renewal. Mr. Beals.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, if you recall, yesterday we talked about Lowndes County participates in the ACCG Group Self-Insurance Workers' Compensation Fund. Recently, the Workers' Comp Board of Trustees got together and met and approved an 11.4% rate decrease for 2026. We were, of course, excited about that. That makes our premium for next year $301,680. However, due to a dividend credit of $21,228, our premium for the 2026 year is $280,452. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions for Mr. Beals? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a motion to approve from Ms. Evans? Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8M is the 2026 stop-loss insurance coverage renewal. Mr. Beals.
Yes, sir. As we talked yesterday, our health benefit plan is a self-funded program, which means we have the ability to break that down into different program components. One of those components is our stop-loss insurance, which basically protects us against any one high claim on any one individual. Epic Brokers and Consultants represents us as our health insurance broker. Each year they take our stop-loss coverage to market. In this particular year, marketing results indicated that Swiss Re is currently offering the lowest available rates for the upcoming year, and we're requesting our stop-loss coverage through Swiss Re in this next coming year at a spec level of $150,000.
Okay. Any questions from Mr. Beals? Thank you, Mr. Beals. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve through Swiss Re.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. We'll now move to agenda item 8N, and this is the Enhancement and Innovation Grant and the Law Enforcement Grant. These grants were presented at the work session by Mr. Martin. If there's any questions, I'm going to defer those to Ms. Dukes.
I'm ready.
And she's prepared, so if there are no questions, though, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the grants. Do we have, or request for the grants? We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 8O is the Motorola Migration Assurance Plan. Ms. Davis. Good evening.
Good evening. As we discussed yesterday, the Migration Assurance Plan, also known as a MAP, is a continuation of our existing Evergreen Agreement that we've had in place since 2017. It provides for the ongoing maintenance, upgrades, and system enhancements that are necessary to help us sustain our public safety radio system, which is one of the most critical pieces of public safety infrastructure that supports most all of our public safety agencies locally. This agreement would just lock in pricing, so it would lock in pricing at today's rates, although it would not begin until September of 2027, which is after our current agreement would expire. So with this, there will be approximately $2,143,327 worth of infrastructure replacement that we have planned for with SPLOST funds. That in particular would replace our virtual, or move us to a virtual prom site, which would also give us some redundancy that we currently do not have. It would also replace 12 radio consoles inside of our 911 center, which would outfit all of our consoles that we have with new consoles. So with that being said, I would like to take a moment to thank our Motorola area representative, Mr. Corey Miller, in the back, and then also our mobile communications account representative, Mr. Ben Bray. They've been here to support us, and we've worked on this for well over a year. So they're here to support, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Davis?
Thank you for your time and effort and team on negotiating and working out the best deal. It's a lot of money, but thank you for your efforts on this.
Yes, it is, and they have been fantastic to work with over the past year.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Davis. All right. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a motion to approve the Motorola Migration Assurance Plan? Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. Agenda item 9A is our one bid item, and this is an LAS pump station upgrade. Mr. Stalvey.
Yes, sir.
I've been
The next
looking for
step
you all evening, sir.
The next step in upgrading the LAS is increasing the permit capacity, is replacing the existing pump station. The current station has 3 pumps that are over 20 years old. The new station will have 4, and this is due to the addition of the 6 fields that we have. We will also be adding a backup generator to provide emergency backup power to this pump station. The project was advertised and 3 bids were received. Doyle Hancock and Son Construction Company submitted a bid of $3,487,498. RPI Underground submitted a bid of just over $3.7 million. James Warren and Associates submitted a bid of just over $3.9 million. Bids included an alternate manufacturer Cm code for the pump station. After consultation with our engineering references, staff chose this alternate manufacturer, resulting in $922,192.56 of savings. Staff recommends approval and authorize the chairman to sign the agreement with Doyle Hancock and Son Construction Company for $2,565,305.44.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Stalvey?
Just one, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Is Doe Hancock and Son Construction a local company or?
They're out of Doran, Georgia, and they have done several jobs for Lowndes County.
I was just asking because I
Sure.
know we have this local preference
Sure.
percentage and I didn't know if that.
I understand. There still was a pretty wide gap in there between first and second anyway, so.
I was thinking the same thing, $922,000.
Kind of hard to make up that little bit.
Hard to.
It's beyond our percentage for the record.
That's right. All right. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve, Doe Hancock and, Ms. Evans.
All right, we have a motion from Ms. Evans.
Second.
We have a motion from Ms. Evans to approve Doyle Hancock and Son as the low bid, and Mr. Marshall for the second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the vote. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign. Hearing none, the motion carries. All right, agenda item 10, County Manager's Report. Ms. Dukes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to start this evening by recognizing a couple of people who are here that are very near and dear to me that have done so much for this community this year, but we don't always see them out front. First of all, Mr. Josh Dawson is here. He is our Fort Valley Extension Agent. Josh is a recent graduate of Leadership Lowndes, and he continues to lead our ag community in a fantastic direction. You will hear from him in January. He's coming back to give you a report to let you know what his work has looked like in 2025, kind of the state of our ag community and his plans for 2026. Also, we have Mr. Gary Doddard here that we have introduced before, but Mr. Doddard came to us this year, and it feels like he's been here for a very long time in the very best way. The best way for me to explain to you all what he does, although he has a very fantastic, fancy title, he is basically our community liaison with the base. So as you know, with John Leonard, or John Eunice retiring and moving into our Moody support leadership role along with Dr. Lucy, Mr. Doddard has stepped in and just proves to be an invaluable resource. Also, we have Mr. Alvin Payton here, who I serve with on the Valdosta Lowndes Parks and Recreation Authority. And Mr. Payton, I believe in many areas, has forgotten more about local government than some of us will ever know, including me. And so it is a treasure to be around his leadership and to serve with him as well. We are coming to the close of our bicentennial celebration. Lowndes County is 200 years old this year, and we are almost to that official birthday. Several events next week. Mr. Al Willis from 5:30 to 6:30 will be at the historic courthouse giving a talk on the history of architecture and then some other things here in our community. So that will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week from 5:30 to 6:30. Then on December the 20th from 11 to 4, we have our Citrus Fest, which is our plant sale, also at the historic courthouse. And then on the 23rd, our final birthday celebration, that will be from 3 to 6 at the historic courthouse. December the 23rd, 1825, the General Assembly in Georgia carved Lowndes County out of a portion of Irwin County, and here we are 200 years later. We have celebrated many bicentennial events over this past year. Some of them that broke record attendances, some of them created a new history for us that you all have asked to continue. But I have to thank Ms. Barwick. Megan, would you please stand up? Rachel, you all have done a phenomenal job this year in pulling off all of our bicentennial events. I am very grateful, not just for their hard work and the events and to celebrate our birthday, but to see how that's brought our community together. And that's the part that we want to continue to emphasize as we move into 2026. And then just a quick look back, kind of a short synopsis of a year's worth of meetings. You all have approved more than 16 grants, 21 contracts, 18 agency appointments, 19 GDOT initiatives/projects, 21 utility initiatives/projects, 21 rezonings, 5 awards, balanced a budget, cleaned up a hurricane, loaned $1 million to the Valdosta Housing Authority for affordable housing initiatives, passed 2 very critical pet ordinances, built a fire station, approved new homestead legislation that we're excited to go to our voters next year, tax exempted 2 very important historical properties, kicked off a comp plan, and we were blessed by the passage of SPLOST 9 so that the growth can continue. So thank you all for your leadership, and I'm going to be very short with this so that I don't get a little emotional, but Commissioner Evans, we love you so big. On behalf of staff, we are so glad that you're back.
All right, Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Dukes? All right, thank you, Ms. Dukes. All right, we'll move right on to our citizens wishing to be heard. Our first is Ms. Felicia Williams. Ms. Williams, you might have been here because of the nomination, I'm not sure, or do you just have something you'd like to say? All right, please, come forward, state your name and address for the record, please.
2393 Smith Street. I just want to say thank you to everyone for the opportunity to serve this great county of Lowndes. And I don't just say that, and I'm not trying to cheese up, but I do believe that with everything in me, that we have the greatest county in all of Georgia. We have citizens, wherever you go, you don't find a county where, when I was in the tax commissioner's office, at least 90% of all taxes were collected. That's unheard of, because we have a great county. Thank you for your leadership. We've done a lot of great work in the Board of Assessors in the last 5 years, and we will continue to do a great work. You have good numbers now. We will continue to clean up everything that we find. Is taking a little time, but we're almost there, and we will always continue to work not only for the citizens of Lowndes County, but to make sure that Lowndes County will always stay in good standing with the state of Georgia. And again, I said thank you for allowing me to serve these last 5 years. Thank you for allowing me to serve on. Thank you again.
Amen. Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Can we just end on that good note?
We have one more. All right, we have Mr. Robert Niewander, is that correct? I'm sorry. Please come forward, and you state your name for the record, please, and your address, please.
Robert Niewander, 4027 Liska Circle. I want to begin by just thanking you for the opportunity for me to speak this evening. I can tell that you all take pride in this community, and I'm proud to live here. I'm an Air Force retiree with 30 years of service who retired to this area, and I've lived here since 2018. The reason for my speaking to you this evening is in regard to residential road contamination by waste management garbage trucks. I made the decision to come here and talk to you literally today, just for starters. I live in the Spring Hill subdivision off of Skipper Bridge Road, and I walk my dogs every day, and as I was walking my dogs today, and it's not the first time, this has been an ongoing problem for a while, but it's getting pretty bad. These garbage trucks constantly are leaking hydraulic fluid and garbage juice. I don't know what else to call it, but it's a juice coming out of the garbage container, out of the hopper with garbage particulates in it. It's pretty bad. It's unsightly. I would consider it a public health hazard. It damages the asphalt. It eventually runs off of the road and contaminates our groundwater that I drink and bathe in. There's children playing on the street. I can't even walk my dogs in my neighborhood without walking through this stuff because it's just all across the road. I took some photos today. With your permission, can I provide these to you? Just you take
Hand them to Ms. Lovren, please.
The first photo is right in front of my house, and it's actually showing this fluid leaking out of this thing. It doesn't look that bad on that photo, but after that truck was done, there was enough of that fluid that it washed literally all across the entire road. So this is one of the unpleasant things. I know you guys have a lot of more important things to do, but I consider this an important issue. It's surely not only affecting my subdivision. I've confirmed that this also extends into the neighboring subdivisions of Orchard Hills and Kingston Estates, and surely these trucks are servicing many other areas in the county. I did notify the driver of this problem today. One time in the past, I notified them, but they're kind of hard to get a hold of. There's no, it's a big company that services, it's a national company. They're all over the country, so it's hard to get a hold of anybody on the customer service line that really cares. So what I'm asking for you guys is help in holding this company accountable in any way possible. Any enforcement power that you guys may have. That may include, but not be limited to, making them fund the cleaning of the street, fixing their trucks so it's not leaking all this fluids all over the place, levying fines if need be. I've done some research to see what other communities across the country have done, and it includes a myriad of those kind of things. So I'm happy to ask and answer any questions if you have any.
All right, we typically don't have any engagement back into. We'll take your information, take it under consideration, and we'll look and see what we can do. Mr. Beals?
I'll speak with him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Any questions, comments from the commissioners?
Just one, I would like to say thank you to all our departments and all our employees. And have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to
Merry
you, sweetheart.
Christmas to you.
Any other comments?
I just wanted to say thanks for my first year for all the staff, of course, the voters that elected me, but the staff that's helped with every question and helped me get informed and updated as much as possible with different departments and the professional staff and ability of what Lowndes County's doing, and of course, all the commissioners for their expertise and mentorship and support as we accomplished a lot this year. So I just want to say thank you so much for everybody's time and effort.
Sure.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I think that's really it, and I'll just be brief because I have said a lot. But this community, in the last 2.5 years, has really been through a lot. And I say this over and over, and because it comes right from my heart. The things that we've been through and to find us where we're at today is just nothing short of amazing. That proves the professionalism of the folks that's here in this community, and that God is looking over this community as well, because that's huge. And so we're very, very appreciative of it. We know what Christmas is all about, or at least we should. It's about the birth of Christ, Lord God, our Savior. And so we don't need to forget about that. But I tell you, it's my honor and my pleasure to be able to work with these commissioners, to work with our county manager, our staff, but more important is the trust that the community puts in this group of individuals up here on this panel to make those decisions, to be able to make sure that our community is as good as it can possibly be. Can things be better? I don't know that you could even find the best peanut butter cookie that's not, one couldn't be better than the next, but they're all good. And so that really is what this community is all about. Even when we're not on top of our game, we're still working hard enough that everything is still positive and moving forward for this community. So again, I just want to thank everybody for the great work that you do, for the love that you have for this community. And again, just Merry Christmas and Hope y'all have the greatest Christmas in the world and a very happy new year as well. So we'll see you in 26.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.